My name is Joyce Fields. I am 81 years old and I live a virtually stress-free life. I do these lives, 90-minute lives, Monday through Friday, 4 a.m. to 5:30 a.m., thereabouts. And the title of all my lives is Undifficult Your Life. And I share 4 pillars of advice that will help you to do just that, undifficult your life, so that you can also live a virtually stress-free life. Now, I will tell y'all what the 4 pillars are in a few minutes, but I first wanted to say, hey, Shells. So, oh, honey, it's been raining like crazy out here. And it's supposed to be raining some more, but hey, we'll deal with it. Mother Nature is in charge. And so I was just telling everybody how I do these lives, and they're entitled Undifficult Your Life. And I have done, well, like I said, I'm a TikTok live veteran, and I have done over 500 TikTok lives. I did my last TikTok live on August 29th. And so, and my first YouTube live on September 1st. I'm relatively new at doing these YouTube lives. But like I said, I have done over 500 TikTok lives. Now, TikTok doesn't post the replays of the lives like YouTube does. But I have to say, I'm liking TikTok better than YouTube. YouTube is very complicated when it comes to getting your statistics and all of that information. And then you got YouTube and you got YouTube Studio. So, but I never used TikTok Studio. At least I never wasn't aware. I said, y'all, I'm 81 years old. So I know how to do a live. And I do not know all the rest of the intricacies of this stuff. So, but I know that I had an easier time on TikTok. But I'm giving it, I'm still gonna go. I wanted to give it 3 months, but see, to me, TikTok just became too restrictive, you know? Um, you can't say certain words. I mean, they're part of the vocabulary, the everyday, common, ordinary vocabulary. But maybe, oh, thank you, Chronic. Maybe it's because people would overuse the words and abuse them. So you say, so I don't know, but that could be the case. But now, I share 4 pillars of advice for y'all. I'm 81 years old, and I'm repeating this now because when I was saying it in the very beginning, I only had like a couple of people on here. So now I'm repeating it so that, thank you, so that all of y'all are up to speed with where I am. And then as more people come on, hopefully they'll get, they'll understand it. But the lives that I do, I'm 81 years old and I live a virtually stress-free life. And I want to share advice with y'all. That's what I've done. I've done over 500 TikTok lives, and now I just started doing these YouTube lives on September 1st. So I want to share, the title of my lives is, and it always has been, Undifficult Your Life. A lot of y'all are making a lot of decisions and choices that make y'all's lives a whole lot more difficult than they need to be. And I'm telling you right now, I'm 81 years young, and I live a virtually stress-free life. And I am going to tell y'all how it is done. You can do it too. So just hang with me and share this live. It doesn't cost you 1 cent to share this live, and I am asking you to share it because it opens up the possibility that I will be able to share this advice with a whole lot more people. Now, I do these lives 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. Oh, yeah, well, stay tuned. Anybody that's in any state of flux or frustration or whatever, stay tuned. The advice that I share will help you to undifficult your life. Y'all making it a lot more difficult than it has to be. Now, I do this through 4 pillars. Come on, y'all, share the live. Like I said, it doesn't cost you anything, and it helps me. It just opens up the possibility. I'm honorary grandma to a lot of people. It opens up the possibility that I will be able to share this advice with a whole lot more people. So now I share 4 pillars of advice, and I call them pillars. I used to call them pieces of advice, but my man, he said they're stronger than pieces. They're like pillars, and a pillar is a strong structure on which you can build a foundation. So now me and my man have been together for, ready for this? 68 years. 68 years we have been together. Share the live, y'all. And I'm going to continue to ask y'all to share the live because sometimes you may forget that you can share it. I'm scared to share it. I tried sharing it. I've been sharing lives, my lives. And the last time I tried to share my live, I disconnected the live. And I don't know what I touched. So I'm scared now. I ain't gonna I ain't gonna try it no more. So I'm asking y'all to share it. So the advice that I have to share with y'all will help everybody. Okay. Now, 4 pillars, like I told y'all. My man and I have been together for 68 years. His name is Pap, P-A-P. His real name is Fred. We have been together since we were both 13 years old. He turned 82 in September, and I turned 81. 81, oh my goodness. I'm so happy to be 81. Share the live, y'all. YouTube says I got 53 people on here, and I would love to have a whole lot more listening to this advice that I'm going to be sharing with y'all. So we just celebrated our 58th wedding anniversary this past June 3rd. And he said to call them pillars. Now I'm going to show y'all 2 pictures. 2 pictures. The first one is me and Pap. We are 25 years old. This is 1969. 1969, we were 25 years old. That's Pap and Joyce, 25 years old, 1969. Share the live, y'all. Okay, now this one, I'm going to show y'all last year. This is our 57th wedding anniversary, and we were both 80 years old. Here's that picture. Pap and Joyce, 2024, 80 years old, 57th wedding anniversary. Thank you. Thank y'all. All right, now here, look at this. At the top, Pap and Joyce, 25 years old, 1969. And at the bottom, Pap and Joyce, 80 years old, 2024, our 57th wedding anniversary. Yeah. Our favorite song is Marvin Gaye and Tammy Terrell, Your Precious Love. Yeah. So now, the pillars. Pap calls them pillars. So the 4 pillars that I'm going to share with y'all about the advice. Okay, so now here is pillar number 1. I was reading some of the comments, okay. Pillar number 1 is develop and maintain a positive attitude. That's pillar number 1. And I tell you how you do that. Pillar number 2, increase your level of patience. And if you're 10 years old or older, I tell you exactly how you do that. But I always start with the toddlers. So if you are raising toddlers, you will want to hear how easy it is to teach them patience. Pillar number 3 is stay calm. Stay calm. There is, oh my God, so much power in your ability to stay calm. Oh, I don't need any more moderators. Thank you, though. Stay calm as opposed to getting angry. Don't get angry. And I do what I call helpful hand visuals. And they're called helpful hand visuals because one of my viewers on one of my TikTok lives this year, her name is Jessie Knott, she said, quote, "These visuals are so helpful," unquote. And that's what I call them. Now, what she was talking about is the gestures that I do with my hands in combination with the words coming out of my mouth. And this is my gift from God or the universe or whatever you want to call it. This is my gift. All of us were given gifts, okay? So, and whatever your gift is typically going to be something that you enjoy and something that you do well, okay? That's what your gift is typically going to be. And so one of mine is the gift of being able to communicate philosophies, ideas, concepts, and all of that from my mind to y'all's mind using the helpful hand visuals. And you'll see it when I do them throughout my lives. So now, back to pillar number 3. When I get to pillar number 3, the helpful hand visuals, I do 2 of them in pillar number 3. When I did them the first time this year on a TikTok video, TikTok live rather, it blew a lot of my viewers' minds. And I did it for Pap, and it blew his mind, and it blows my mind too, y'all. So, and Spirit gives me these helpful hand visuals. I do not make them up. So that's pillar number 3. You'll want to stick around for pillar number 3 and see what that helpful hand visual is, and it usually shakes people up. And so now, there are only 4 pillars, y'all. Pillar number 4 is, thank you, remember the 4 words that can immediately lower your stress, anxiety, panic, anger, frustration, all of that stuff. I call them the uglies. So those 4 words, I will tell you what they are when I get to the 4th pillar. Now, somebody was asking me about how me and Pap have stayed in the relationship this long. Well, I didn't plan on doing this, but I'm just going to briefly tell you about this book. I'm an author as well. Go to goodshortbooks.com. That was you, huh? Okay. goodshortbooks.com. And the link is in my profile. So check that out. There are 11 fabulous nonfiction books at goodshortbooks.com. My sister wrote 1, and I wrote 10. I call us the senior sibling authors. Her name is Anita Jones. She's 76 years old. We're both retired executive assistants. And I'm Joyce Fields, and I'm 81 years old, or 81 years young, okay? So There are 11 books there, nonfiction. They are all true to the website's name, good and short. The longest book we have is 167 pages, and that includes 22 pages of pictures and 22 pages of my own recipes. It's a memoir. And so I was telling y'all all of that to say this about the person who asked about how come or why how is it or why have me and Pap been able to stay in relationships. So I wrote this book. The best way to keep a man is to let him go, among other things. It's 64 pages. It's $9.99 at goodshortbooks.com. The link is in my profile. Now, when I was a teenager, so 13, in 1957, I was 13 years old. And the females in our village, we really did have a village for real, taught the girls. It started with our mothers, what to say and what not to say in a relationship, what to do and what not to do in a relationship. And so that was 1957, 58, 59. I was 13, 14, 15, so forth, okay? Now, I didn't write this book until 2008 because I was seeing so many young girls, or not even young girls, so many females, women, ladies, doing and saying things that we were told not to do and say. So I wrote the book. And there on page 2, this is page 2, it says, take heed. Based on my 50 plus years of observation, it's now 60 plus years of observation, I would say that 80% of the success of a relationship rests on the shoulders of the woman. And this book explains why. You know, so 80%, that's based on my observations, y'all. And I'm not an idiot, okay? Open your eyes. Check out that book and go to goodshortbooks.com, y'all. The books are flying off the shelves, y'all. Honest to goodness. Because people are coming onto my lives and they are learning about goodshortbooks.com. A lot of y'all probably never even heard of it. So now hopefully you will go and check it out as well. They make wonderful gifts, anytime gifts. And if you like to read, that's the place to be. Goodshortbooks.com. We have 3 price categories: $7.99, $9.99, and $12.99. So, like I told y'all, the books are flying off the shelves because they're good reads. And I got 22 pages of, now Pap says he lives in a 5-star restaurant. I got 22 pages of my own recipes in there. Good, thanks, Kim. And so I got, like I said, 22 pages of recipes. A lot of y'all don't want to cook, don't like to cook, but I'm going to tell y'all now, all of this stuff that's coming to light with the stuff that can be in your food and they're putting in your food, honey, you better learn how to cook. That's all I got to say. That's my 2 cents worth. So now, back to the advice. I already finished the 4 pillars, but I'm going to go over them again. Pillar number 1, develop and maintain a positive attitude. And I tell you how to do that. I'm not just saying it and then just leaving you to your own devices. I'm going to tell you how you do it. Easy peasy, okay? Then pillar number 2, increase your level of patience. If you're 10 years old or older, I tell you exactly how you do it. But I always start with the toddlers. If you're raising toddlers, you'll want to know how easy it is to teach them patience. And pillar number 3, stay calm. As opposed to becoming angry. Stay calm. There's power in your ability to stay calm. And then pillar number 4. Hey, Honda. Pillar number 4. Remember the 4 words that can immediately lower your stress, anxiety, panic, anger, frustration, or all of that ugliness that can be inside of you. And I'll tell you what those 4 words are when I get to the 4th pillar. Now, pillar number 1. Come on, y'all, share the live. I want to be able to share this with a whole lot more people. And Shelster is putting up the comment here. No politics and no religion. It is not allowed on my live. No Jesus stuff, no Bible stuff. You got your religion. I don't have a religion. I talk to God all day long. And God ain't got no religion, y'all. Think about it. Just think about it. God ain't got no religion. They don't care about what religion you are. And I don't care what religion you are. Just don't bring it here. Okay? You entitled to your religion, but we don't want it crammed down our throats. Don't talk about Jesus and the Bible. Take it someplace else. And if you do put it here, it will be removed, or you will be removed. Now, my moderators have free reign to do whatever they choose to do with inappropriate comments. And now I want to address trolls. Now, that's a new word on me, y'all. I'm 81. And so, thank you. I'm 81, and that is not a word that was in my vocabulary before. But I want to address the trolls, or those who are thinking about trolling this live. You're not trolling me. You're trolling my live, okay? So, a troll is a very pathetic person. And you are pathetic because you deliberately want to harm, be cruel, or insult others. What kind of life are you living? What kind of life are you living to want to deliberately be cruel to anybody, or to want to troll anybody, or, insult anybody? Now, I have had trolls apologize to me. I've said this every live that I do. I have had trolls apologize to me because hopefully some of them I reach, and I get to them, and they really understand that being a troll is not a worthy pursuit. There's nothing for you to do that. So you will be dealt with accordingly. So my moderators will do whatever they want to do with you as a troll. But I'm asking you not to do that. It shows you to be a very ugly person, okay? So there's that. Now, pillar number 1, develop and maintain a positive attitude. There are only 2 attitudes that y'all can have. 2. That is it. A negative attitude or a positive attitude. That's it. What I have learned in my 81 years of living on this planet is that you do not choose to have a negative attitude. No, you do not choose to have a negative attitude. Here's the way it goes, y'all. If you do not choose to have a positive attitude, I don't answer questions. I share advice, and hopefully the question that you have is answered in the advice that I share. If you don't choose to have a positive attitude, and you must deliberately choose to have a positive attitude. You must on purpose choose to have a positive attitude. You must intentionally choose to have a positive attitude. If you do not choose to have a positive attitude, and like I said, it is a deliberate choice that you have to make. If you don't choose it, you almost automatically will have a negative attitude. That's it. It's like it's a default, y'all. This is what I have observed. If you don't, you have to just on purpose choose to have a positive attitude. So now, here is the way you choose to have a positive attitude. Listen, y'all. You write a program. How do you write a program? You say it out loud. Say it out loud, y'all. And here is what you say. From now on, I am going to be working on developing and maintaining a positive attitude. I'm going to repeat that. That's the program that you write, and you say it out loud, and I don't care who's around you. It gives you a chance to spread positivity. Here's what you say out loud. From now on, share the live, y'all. I am going to be working on developing and maintaining a positive attitude. That's it. It's just as simple as that, but it's more to it. I'm going to give you more to it, but that's the basic. Now, a lot of people will tell you, my moderators are good, okay? So y'all can stop complaining about them. They will only do whatever they need to do, okay? So complaining about them doesn't do anything because my moderators have free reign to stop the people from, I don't want silly questions. People ask me what my favorite, listen, y'all, when Joyce Fields is doing her lives, she is focused on the 4 pillars. If I had time to answer the questions, y'all, all these questions that y'all will be throwing at me, I wouldn't have time to do my live. You understand? I hope y'all understand that. I cannot answer questions because I barely have enough, 90 minutes I'm on here, sharing advice with y'all to help y'all. So don't ask me questions because I'm not going to answer them. 99% of the time. There's that 1%. So it ain't nothing absolute, okay? So, but now, positive attitude. A lot of people will tell you you say it in your mind only. No, I'm telling you, you say it out loud. When you say it only in your mind, that's one element that you're using. Okay? One element. When you say it out loud, that's 3 elements that you're using. 3. You speak it out of your mouth, you hear it with your ears, and it gets plastered into your psyche. You see? Share the live, y'all. So now, this is what you say out loud. From now on, I am going to be working on developing and maintaining a positive attitude. And put your feet on the path to do just that. And I'm going to give you a lot of information, advice, whatever you want to call it, to help you along the way. Now I'm going to show you what a negative attitude looks like. You understand? I am going to show you what a negative attitude looks like. Okay? Now, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Here's what a negative attitude looks like. These are the kind of people that say, woe is me. My life sucks. I can't stand this. I can't stand that. Complain, complain, complain. Now, in the meantime, what my hands are doing, y'all, I'm doing a helpful hand visual, and this symbolizes these people, these negative attitude people, what I'm doing with my hands, this symbolizes positive forces, positive elements constantly flying through the universe at all times, y'all, constantly. But they always, always fly over the heads of people who have a negative attitude. Okay, so now, when you write that program, come on, y'all, share this live. I want to share this advice with a whole lot more people. Make your lives a lot less difficult. When you write that program and you say it out loud, from now on, I am going to be working on developing and maintaining a positive attitude. Here is what happens to you. On the count of 3, I'm going to show you. Come on, y'all, share this live. I would love to share this advice with a whole lot more people. 1, 2, 3. You see that? Now, you see what happened? What was flying over your head is now making contact with your psyche. You see? You understand that? Now, did that helpful hand visual help y'all to see what I was talking about? When you have a negative attitude, all kinds of positive forces are flying over your head. But when you have a positive attitude, thanks, Aurora, they lock into your psyche. Come on, give me some responses, y'all. Thanks, Kimberly. All right, any more people? Come on, y'all. Give me some responses. Did I convey that? Did I communicate that accurately or clearly so that y'all understood the point? Thank you, Honda. Okay, any more? All right, now, when you, good, JWC, I appreciate it. When you say those words, write that program. From now on, I am going to be working on developing and maintaining a positive attitude. It's like, now use your imaginations, y'all. Here's my hand, and I'm holding it, stretching it out as big as I can, okay? But this is a plug. Your positive attitude is a plug. Imagine this, y'all. Go on this imagination trip with me. Your positive attitude is a plug, okay? And you plug it into your spirit. You plug it into your soul. And I love saying this, it electrifies you. That's my favorite part too. Yeah, I love saying it because it truly does. No, it's not hard. It's challenging. It's not too hard for you to do it. Okay? So be careful of the words you use. Okay? It's challenging, but you will prevail. Okay? Yes. You see, it electrifies y'all. It does a number on you. When you have a positive attitude, everything you look at changes, you know? You start seeing all the silver linings in the dark clouds. You see, every dark cloud has a silver lining. And I'm always looking for the good in any situation. Look for that first, okay? Yes. So the way that you develop and maintain a positive attitude is you write a program and you say it out loud. And here is the program that you write, and here's what you say out loud. From now on, I am going to be working on developing and maintaining a positive attitude. Got that? Now, you tell the people around you. Tell them all. Everybody in your life, just say, don't throw it up in my face as to what my attitude was like yesterday or last year or whatever. When you write that program, y'all, it says from now on. That means from this moment forward. Forget the past. You understand? From this moment forward. And you can make that choice. You can make that decision at any minute in your life. You got that? You can make that decision anytime. You know, you want to sit on it for a while, a few minutes or a day or two or a week, a month, whatever. You know now that you can make that choice at any minute in your life. Yes, you can change any time. Yes, tell it to everybody in your life. Don't throw it up to me about what my attitude was like. From now on, I'm going to be working on developing and maintaining a positive attitude. And it is a lifelong process, y'all. I'm 81, looking forward to 82 with the same kind of attitude, feeding a positive attitude. You have to feed it good stuff. You understand? So you got the power to do it. Now, like I told y'all, it's like a plug. You got that positive attitude and you plug it into yourself. You plug it into your spirit. You plug it into your soul. And it electrifies you. Kicks you into gear. makes you become a more vibrant part of your own life. Oh, I definitely know I'm blessed. Huh, yeah, I do. Talk to God all day long. The way things happen in my life, it just absolutely floors me. And it'll happen for you as well when you start having a positive attitude. That's what happens to people who have positive attitudes. And don't just put it on like a suit of clothes. You gotta it has to be internal. You can't just put it on like a coat and then take it off at will. Whatever. You can't do that, okay? Once you put on your positive attitude, it is in you, okay? So now, yes, there you go, Leslie. I'm going to help y'all I'm going to give y'all so much advice, so much information to help you. Now I'm getting ready to read y'all a list of words that will help you to identify people in your life who probably have a negative attitude. And it might be you, but don't forget what I said. You can change that anytime, any minute of your life, okay? So now, these words signify personality traits, personality characteristics, and you can change them at any point. Now, I'm going to read you the list of words that will help you to identify people in your life who probably have a negative attitude, and I'm also going to read you a list of words that will guide you on your road or your path or whatever to becoming more positive, to developing and maintaining a positive attitude, okay? So now, first, the negative words, the words that are going to help you to identify people in your life who probably have a negative attitude. Come on, y'all, share the live. YouTube says I have 80 people on here, and if 80 people shared this live, it might open up the possibility that I'll get a lot more. So, wow, it just dropped down to 68. I don't know if I believe these numbers. So, you know what? I just do my lives. I don't care. I would love to be able to share this with a whole lot more people, but I'll share it with whomever, however many I have. Okay, so now, here are the words that are going to help you to identify people in your life who probably have a negative attitude. And it might be you, but don't forget what I said. You can change that any minute of your life. Now, here are the words. Anger. Thank you for sharing. I thank everybody for sharing it. I love the fact that y'all are sharing it and liking it and subscribing. So that's good. Appreciate it very much. So here are the words. Anger, envy, sorrow, regret, greed, arrogance, self-pity, guilt, resentment and holding grudges, inferiority, lies and dishonesty, false pride, superiority, and the last word is ego. I'm going to give you advice that will help you do just that, okay? So now, back up to the top of the list. The very first word is anger. Anger. Do you know people who are full of anger? People who are angry? Are you the one who is angry, who is full of anger? That's negative. Moving on to resentment and holding grudges. Do you know people who are full of resentment, people who hold grudges? Share the live, y'all. Are you the one who's full of resentment, who holds grudges? That is negative too. I'm coming back to that. But I'm going back to, or not back, I'm going down to lies and dishonesty. Lies and dishonesty. Do you know people who lie? People who are dishonest? Is it you? Are you the one who lies? Are you the dishonest one? That is negative too, y'all. All those words that I just read, y'all, are negative. But now, resentment and holding grudges, that's a real big one. And it's doing a lot of damage to a lot of people. If you are full of resentment, and if you hold grudges, and if you are full of unforgiveness, you are living in the past. You are living in the past because you're holding on to something that happened. It happened. There is nothing that the people who did that to you can do about it to change it. There is nothing that you can do about it to change it. Therefore, you must forgive them. You heard me. You must forgive them. And it doesn't matter who it was or what they did. That's an absolute. No matter who it was or what they did, you must forgive them. Because what you are doing to yourself is damaging you. When you are holding on to grudges, resentment, unforgiveness, you are damaging yourself. Those, I call them the uglies. And the uglies only damage the person who holds on to them. You holding on to these uglies can put you into bad health. And look around you. Open your eyes. Open your eyes. No, nothing is hard. It can be a challenge, but it's not hard. Be careful of the words you use. You know, when you use that word hard, that it gives you an out for anything. Well, I tried, but it was hard. I didn't make because it was so hard. No, it's a challenge. Stop using the word hard and say it's challenging. It's a challenge, or whatever. I use the word challenge. I can't even think of another because it's a challenge. Life is a challenge, you know. But to live each day is a real testament to your survival. You know, you wake up every day with a chance to start it all over again. Okay, that's beautiful. And if I wake up, if I open my eyes, ain't no such thing as a bad day if I open my eyes. Okay, so now, forgive. I was talking about forgiveness. Look around you, open your eyes. Look at people that you know are full of resentment or hold grudges or hold on to unforgiveness. A lot of them, not all of them, but a lot of them are on pharmaceutical medications, and it might be you. A lot of them have failing health. They're not in the best of health, and it might be you. And a lot of them don't age or are not aging gracefully, okay? And it might be you. That is what happens when you hold on to those ugly things. It damages the person who holds on to them. It's not doing anything to the people that you're holding the grudges against, that you're holding the resentment towards, or that you're having the holding on to unforgiveness. It doesn't do anything to them. Okay? So you must forgive. Because when you hold on to that stuff, it's creating what I call an invisible internal burden. Come on, y'all, share the live. On your soul, on your spirit, on your cells, on your blood, on your organs, on everything about you. You know, so you must forgive. But a lot of people will say, forgive and forget. Hell no, you don't ever forget. You don't ever forget, not ever. You keep it on the stove on the back burner. That way it won't happen to you again. You would be a fool, an idiot, or whatever if you forget. Don't you forget. But now, when you do forgive, that doesn't mean you have to get them back into your life or you go back into theirs. But that's a real good thing if that happens. If everybody agrees, that's a wonderful thing because you forgive. And then you might want to say, you want to come back over or whatever, however you want to do it. It's a real good thing. Now, but like I said, I'm 81. When I was a kid, there's no such thing as text message, no such thing as email. Share the live, y'all. No such thing as video call, none of that stuff. So, but y'all can use any of those things to, yeah, I am, to forgive. You can forgive via text message, email, or whatever. But let me tell y'all something. Now you listen up, perk up your ears now. If you don't want to have anything else to do with them, not ever again, if you don't want anything else to do with them, you can forgive by saying it out loud to the universe. You got that right. You heard me right, okay? You can say it out loud to the universe if you don't want anything else to do with them, okay? So now, the universe or God or whatever you call your higher power, I use them interchangeably. When I say the universe, I'm talking about God. When I say God, I'm talking about the universe. Whatever you call it, was there when the mess happened to you. It was there. You understand that? You probably never thought about it before, but yeah, it was there. Now I'm going to ask you, now I'm going to make the statement first. The universe or God, or whatever you call it, sees everything you do right now, hears everything you say right now, reads your thoughts right now. Okay? Yes. My having said that to you, I hope that you are aware that the universe sees, hears, and reads your mind, okay? So when I say that, I say this every live that I do. Thank you. Thanks to everybody for subscribing, and thank you for the shares, and thank you for the likes. I appreciate all of it, y'all. I just want y'all to continue to share because I would like for this advice to reach a whole lot more people, and y'all sharing it opens up the possibility that it will. Right now, YouTube says I have 76 people on here. I would love to see that number grow. You're very welcome. I love doing these because it gives me a chance to share a different way of looking at life. You know, you have to look at it through a different lens. And a lot of y'all are looking at it through a lens that was not created to be of benefit to you. Okay? So no, don't do that. You have to create your own lens. And this is the way you do it, is, you know, is a positive attitude. Look at things and dissect them, and don't just take things at face value. Do some research, all of that kind of stuff. A positive attitude requires energy and requires effort. But it's fun energy, y'all. It's fun effort. Can you see that? I'm sure you can, okay? So, now, the supreme being, the higher power, whatever you call it, the universe or whatever, was there when it happened to you. So it knows. You can forgive them and you say it out loud. Now, first of all, I'm going to ask this question. When I made that statement to y'all that the universe or God, or whatever you call your higher power, sees everything you do, hears everything you say, and reads your thoughts, did that cause any of you to think more carefully about what you do, say, and think? Come on, give me some responses, y'all. And I'm always amazed at how many yes responses I get. Come on, give me some responses. Did that, when I said that, did that cause y'all? Wonderful. See? Yes. So always think about that. Thank you. I appreciate that. Honestly, thank you. Yes, it does. It makes you stop and think. Don't think that you're doing anything in a vacuum, that nobody's going. God or whatever you call your higher power. Oh, thank you, Honda. Whatever you call your higher power, it sees what you're doing, hears what you're saying, reads your mind. I don't understand how more people don't understand this. So now you need to be living your life by the golden rule. It's not difficult to do that. Live your life by the golden rule. The golden rule states, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. You see? I'm going to repeat it. The golden rule states, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Don't do anything to anybody else that you would not want done to you. Don't say anything to anybody else that you would not want said to you. You don't have to be a part of it. You can extract yourself. Observe, do not absorb. Okay? A lot of y'all have heard that before. Observe, don't absorb all of this mess that's out there. You'll lose yourself if you start doing that. So now back to forgiving. You forgive. You can say it out loud to the universe. And here is what you say out loud to the universe. And I don't care who's around you when you do it. Some of the people who know about it may be around you, and they can help you by letting the other people know that you already forgave them. Okay? So now here's what you say. Universe, share the live, y'all. I forgive so-and-so for doing such and such to me. I'm going to repeat it. Universe, I forgive so-and-so for doing such and such to me. That's what you say out loud. And use your hand the way that I use mine. It symbolizes your touching spirit or your touching the universe, you see? So now I'm going to give y'all 4 testimonials of people who have been on my lives and what they have said through comments. I have done over 500 TikTok lives, y'all, and I love doing these lives because it gives me an opportunity to share the advice. The title of my lives is Undifficult Your Life. And a lot of y'all are making choices and decisions that are making your lives a lot more difficult than they need to be. So now I'm giving you these 4 testimonials. Before I do the 4 testimonials, I want to tell y'all a quote that I coined many lives ago to show you the difference between a negative attitude and a positive attitude. If you develop and maintain a positive, I always start with the negative. If you develop and maintain a negative attitude, you will increase your chances for suffering consequences. I was receiving on the other. I'm getting ready to say that now. I'm going to repeat it. If you develop and maintain a positive, I keep saying this. Okay, y'all, erase it. That's like eraser. If you develop and maintain a negative attitude, you will increase your chances for suffering consequences. There, I got it out right. Okay. If you develop and maintain a negative attitude, you will increase your chances for suffering consequences. Whereas, if you develop and maintain a positive attitude, you will increase your chances for receiving rewards. Which do you want? Do you want to continue to suffer consequences, or do you want to start receiving rewards? Okay, it's just that simple. So now the 4 testimonials for, there you go, rewards, of course. The 4 testimonials. Testimonial number 1, young lady, she said, I forgave my dad like that, and I immediately burst into tears. Testimonial number 2, a young lady, she said, I forgave myself like that, and I immediately burst into tears. You can forgive yourself. Don't forget, the universe saw what you did or heard what you said too. You're not immune, so you can forgive yourself. Then the 3rd testimonial, thank you, was a young man, and he said, I forgave, and I felt my spirit shift. The reason why, and I still have the fourth one, the three that burst into tears, or two that burst into tears and one that felt the spirit shift, is because, like I told y'all earlier, when you carry all these ugly things inside, unforgiveness, resentment, grudges, it creates an internal, invisible burden on your very spirit, on your very soul, on your blood, on your cells, on your organs. It can put you into bad health when you carry these ugly things around. You need to just shuck that stuff off and forgive. So when you carry that, when you forgive, hey, Kyle, when you forgive, it's like the Shelster calls it a pressure release valve. You see? So then it goes, when you forgive, here's what happens. Psst. You see? That's what happens. They didn't even know they were carrying that load. It's like it's a physical burden on your spirit, on your soul, on everything about your body. So release it and see what happens to you, So positive attitude, y'all. Now, I've told y'all I was going to read y'all a list of words that will guide you on the path to developing and maintaining a positive attitude. Here are the words. Joy. I love that. That's my first three letters of my name, okay? I say that every live that I do, too. Peace, love, hope, serenity, humility, kindness, empathy, generosity, truth and honesty, compassion, and the last word is faith. So include some of those characteristics in your personality as you develop and maintain that positive attitude. So positive attitude, y'all, is the only way to go. It brings so much pleasure into your life. So that's the only way to go. Now, I did the list of words. I showed y'all what a negative attitude looks like. Now I'm going to tell y'all, nobody can have a positive attitude 100% of the time. Nobody can have a negative attitude 100% of the time. Therefore, you live your life by a ratio. ratio. You live your life by a ratio. Now, I'm going to ask this question, and I only want responses that say no. Because if you've been on my live before, your answer is going to be yes. You've heard about the ratio. So I'm going to tell you what the ratio is and exactly how you use it and all of that. But I'm asking this question. Do you know that you live your life by a ratio? And I'm only looking for responses that say no. Come on, give me some responses, y'all. YouTube says I have 78 people on here. I would love for y'all to share this live, and hopefully I'll have a whole lot more. Okay, come on. Oh, good. Thanks, Evan. Thank you. Thanks, Golden. Thanks, Patricia. I'm going to tell you exactly what a ratio is and how you use it. Smiley, thank you. Do you know that you live your life by a ratio? ratio. Nobody can have a positive attitude 100% of the time, and nobody can have a negative attitude 100% of the time. Therefore, you live your life by a ratio. Now, if you didn't know you live your life by a ratio, I'm looking for responses that say no. You didn't know that you live your life by a ratio. And then I'm going to explain what a ratio is and how you use it, okay? All right, I'm good. I'm getting more no answers, okay. Hi, okay. So now, here is what a ratio is. A ratio is a very simple tool Thank you. It's a very simple tool that will help you. It will definitely. I didn't say it might. I didn't say it can, or it will definitely. You heard that right. A ratio is a very simple tool that will definitely help you to better control your life. For real. Okay, now, you and you alone set your ratio. You and you alone control your ratio. If you set it too high, you can lower it. If you set it too low, you can raise it. Okay? Now, my ratio is 80-20. I don't own it. Anybody can choose 80-20. On a lot of my lives, people choose 75-25, 60-40, whatever. You can change it at any time you want, okay? So now my ratio is 80-20, and I'm going to explain exactly what it is. 80-20. That means 80% of the time I am happy being in the positive attitude mode. 20% of the time I can be in the negative attitude mode. I didn't say I was happy. You saw that, didn't you? You caught that, right? I didn't say I was happy. But the 20% of the time I can be in the negative attitude mode. Now back over to the positive. 80% of the time I honor the programs that I write. 80% of the time, share the live, y'all, I do what is kind, what is fair, what is right, what is considerate, what is honest, all of those things. That's 80% of the time. So now, 20% of the time, I can be in the negative attitude mode. Remember I said, now nobody can be in a 100% positive or 100% negative. So you have to choose where you're going to be, where you're going to place which mode you're in, okay? Now mine is 80-20 for the rest of my life. I'm satisfied with 80-20. 80% of the time, I honor the programs that I write. I do what's kind, considerate, honest, fair, all of that stuff. So now 20% of the time, and whatever portion you assign to your negative mode, it'll be the same for you. You cannot do, you're in that negative attitude mode, but you cannot do three things. No, they can't be 100% negative. It's not possible, y'all. Only thing 100% is God or the universe. That's it. The rest of us ain't 100% on nothing, okay? For real. As much as you might want to think it's 100% negative, they ain't. There's some positive there. So, okay. Now, so 20% of the time, here's my ratio. Excuse me. There are three things that you cannot do when you are in your negative attitude mode. Thing number one, you cannot be physically abusive. You cannot hit anybody. You cannot throw things. Thing number two, you cannot be verbally abusive to anybody. You cannot cuss anybody out. You cannot insult anybody. Okay? And then thing number three, this one is thanks to one of my viewers. Her username is Midnight. She asked me to include tone of voice. And yes, it ain't what you say, it's how you say it. So, tone of voice. You cannot say anything in an ugly tone of voice to anybody. So, as long as you don't involve those three things, when you're in your negative attitude mode, you're okay. Oh, yeah, they're going to be challenging, yes. But you can do it in order for you to be a better person. Hey, it's worth it, isn't it? Yeah, be a better person. I like to think that the people on my lives are people who want to contribute to making the world a better place. Now, as a live creator, my mission statement is I do lives that inspire people on their journey to make the world a better place. As an author, and goodshortbooks.com, y'all, 11 fabulous nonfiction books there. The link is in my profile. As an author, my sister wrote one book. There are 11 books there. My sister wrote one and I wrote 10. And as an author, my mission statement is I write books that inspire people on their journey to make the world a better place. And I like to think, like I said, that the people here on my lives want to do things to make the world a better place. And the things that I suggest, they don't cost you one penny. And to make the world a better place, don't you think the world would be a better place? Pillar number 1, develop and maintain a positive attitude. Don't you think that the world would be a better place if more people developed and maintained a positive attitude? Thank you. Pillar number 2, increase your level of patience. Don't you think that the world would be a better place if more people increase their level of patience? And I tell you how you do that. Then pillar number 3, stay calm. The world would be a better place if more people stayed calm. And then pillar number 4, remember the 4 words, and I'll tell you what those 4 words are when I get to the 4th pillar. So, now, that's the ratio, 80-20. Come on, give me some responses, y'all. Did that help anybody? Did using that ratio, did I explain it from my mind to y'all's minds? Yeah, there's people that, think that, well, it's helping to connect the world. Social media can be a force for good if more people did good. Oh, good. I thank you. Thanks, Linda. Okay, wonderful, Evan. Okay, NYC. Yes, thanks. 100%. Yeah, thanks, Shifa. Okay, good. Thanks, Kyle. Okay, so now you can go, YouTube replays my lives. So I cover the same 4 pillars every live that I do, but every live that I do is different, okay? So now that is pillar number 1. Pillar number 2 is increase your level of patience. If you're 10 years old or older, I tell you exactly how you increase your own level of patience. But I always start with the toddlers. So raising toddlers, here's the way you do it. When that toddler asks for a cookie, tell that toddler, I'll give that cookie to you in 5 minutes. Put yourself on the timer, give that toddler that cookie in 5 minutes. And do that several times at 5 minutes, using the timer throughout the exercise. Then stretch it to 10 minutes. Do that several times. Then stretch it to 15 minutes, all the way up to an hour or more. Not only will you be teaching that toddler patience, you will also be teaching that toddler how to feel time, how to feel elapsed time, okay? So, now, Spirit told me that I can show y'all how you can teach yourself how to feel time, how to feel elapsed time. And some of y'all would be interested, I know. Now, it requires a piece of paper and something to write with. So I'm going to count to 10 while I drink some tea, and it'll give y'all time to get it together, okay? Excuse me. Okay, now, on that piece of paper, write down the time it is right now, no matter what your time zone is. Okay? Now, put the paper away, and at some point later, doesn't matter how much time, Come on, y'all, share the live. I still have quite a bit of time left. I would love for a lot more people to hear this advice. At some point later, doesn't matter how much time elapses, try to guess what time it is at that point. Do that do that several times a day. And you will come to the point where you don't need paper and pencil or whatever, So I do it all the time. And if you get up by a clock, oh, wow. Beautiful, Evan. That's great. If you use an alarm clock to get up by, if you wake up before the clock goes off, lay there and try to guess what time it is. Think about what time it was when you laid down and try to feel how much time. You'll get better and better at it. Wow. That's beautiful, Evan. That's wonderful. Okay, so now you'll get better at it. Now, can y'all use that exercise? Come on, give me some responses. Come on. YouTube says I have 123. Now I went to 103. This is real weird with the way these do this. Okay. Thanks, Josh. Okay, good. Yeah, you can use it. Yes. You'll get to the point where you'll be feeling time. It tunes you into the second hand. For real. Okay. So now I'm backtracking. Now I'm trying to remember. Okay. That's how you teach a toddler patience. If you are 10 years old or older, you teach yourself patience by doing something real simple. Writing a program. Here's the program that you write. I am teaching myself patience. I am teaching myself how to wait. I am learning how to increase my own level of patience. And the way you do it is make yourself wait. Make yourself wait, especially if it's something that you are fiending for, especially if it's something that you would give yourself immediate gratification for normally. Make yourself wait. That is the way you teach yourself patience, self-control. Wonderful. Make yourself wait, whatever it is. Now, if you make yourself wait past the point where you don't want it anymore, oh, wow. That is fabulous because it tells you that you are real big. You see? Yeah, there you go. So make yourself wait. That's the way to do it. Teach yourself patience. Say it out loud. People around you might want to say, ooh, how you going to do that? I sure would be interested in knowing how to do that. Yes, you see? So make yourself wait. Now, pillar number 3, stay calm, y'all. Stay calm. There is so much power in your ability to stay calm. Now, this pillar, I do 2 helpful hand visuals. I'm talking about staying calm as opposed to getting angry. I was born and raised in Detroit, Michigan. Been out here, me and Pap been in California for about 25 years. So stay calm. There is tremendous power in your ability to stay calm. These 2 helpful hand visuals, when I did them, they blew my mind too. And I did them for Pap and they blew his mind. And the first time I did it was this year in one of my TikTok lives. So it blew my viewers' minds. So now here, the Spirit came to me while I was doing the live and said to use the word neurons. I had never, ever used the word neurons before. I knew what neurons were, just a vague familiarity, as part of your brain. So Spirit said to use the word neurons. So I was talking about as opposed to calm as opposed to anger. So here's what your neurons are doing when you are calm, y'all. This is when you are calm. This is what your neurons are doing. The Spirit came to me and told me to do this during this live. This is this year, one of the lives, or TikTok lives. Spirit gave me this one too, y'all. When you are angry, here's what your neurons are doing. Look. All right, so now, Spirit gave me those helpful hand visuals when I was doing my live that time. Later on that evening, y'all, Spirit came back. I was through. I was absolutely flabbergasted. I can't remember when Spirit came back to tell me something, but it sure did. Here's my hand, honest to goodness. Spirit came back to me and told me, look up what neurons do. Now that makes sense to you, right? That makes sense to me now. When Spirit came to me and told me to use the word neurons, then it came later and said, look it up. Oh man, I'm telling you. So I obeyed what Spirit told me to do. I Googled it. Here's what Google said. Listen, y'all. Neurons work together to produce memories. Share the live, y'all. Make decisions and compute information. They take chemical signals, transport them, and form new wiring within the brain. Neurons also help different parts of the brain to communicate with each other. Yes, that's why you can't think straight when you're angry. That's why you can't make good choices, good decisions when you're angry, because your neurons are whacked out. You are whacked out. Think about it. When people are angry, there's a certain look. You know, they look agitated, they're animated, they can be aggressive. And here's what anger looks like. Yeah, you're shaking, okay? That's what anger can look like, okay? Now, here's what calm looks like. That's calm. When you become angry, let me tell you, you start blustering and blubbering and blah, 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 all that, and you lose control. That shows you are losing power. Here's calm. Here's powerful. Look. That's calm. That's power. Think about your neurons, y'all, when you start to become angry. One of my viewers, her name's Nikki. She said she was in an argument at work. This was several months ago at work, and the person was becoming very ugly, over-talking her and all that, becoming angry. Then she started to become angry, and she put she's got I posted it on, she had a live spot on my TikTok live, a guest spot on my TikTok live. Yeah, I posted it. And she was she was saying that she thought about her neurons and she immediately started to calm herself down, okay? So that's what y'all do. Think about your neurons, y'all. Remember your neurons. You want them to be going like this, where they can communicate with each other, talk to each other, help you. You don't want them doing this. You see? When you're angry, this is what they do. Stay calm. That's pillar number 3. Stay calm. Okay? And check out my user. I'm still on TikTok, y'all. I have 53,000 followers on TikTok. And I post to TikTok every day, just about every day. And yeah, I have a lot of content on my TikTok. I like TikTok, so I only do my lives here on YouTube. And my username on TikTok is JJ, the letter J, Fields, Fields, and the number 7. So you can still follow me. I'm still getting new followers because the stuff that I post, you can use it. It's entertaining, it's educational, I think it's all my stuff just about is spiritual, you know, so check it out, JJ Fields and the number 7. Yeah, I'm 81 years young. So now, that stay calm. I'm trying to think if I finish with stay calm. Yeah, think about your neurons. Remember when you start to become angry? Thank you. Remember your neurons. Okay, so now pillar number 4 starts with the word remember too. Remember the 4 words that can immediately lower your stress, anxiety, panic, anger, frustration, or whatever ugliness is inside of you. And those 4 words are, this too shall pass. This too shall pass, y'all. Those are the 4 words. This too shall pass. Nothing is permanent in this life. Come on, y'all, share the live. I still have about 10, 15 more minutes, and I would love for a lot more people to hear the advice that I'm going to be sharing with y'all. So, this too shall pass. No scenario lasts. No situation lasts. No politics, no religion on my life. So, this too shall pass. Those 4 words, if we even use the word pass when we're talking about death, we'll say, he passed last week, she passed yesterday. This too shall pass. The next time your mama is chewing you out, the next time your daddy is chewing you out, remember those words. They cannot read your mind. Remember that. They can't read your mind. So be getting chewed out and say, this too shall pass. She ain't going to be fussing at me forever. Or this too shall pass. He ain't going to be fussing at me forever. You see? Those 4 words will carry you through whatever ugliness is inside of you, probably at least 90% of the time. Remember those 4 words. I use them all the time. I'm 81. I still use them. And I'm telling y'all, the advice that I share with y'all, I'm 81. I have been using this advice since I was about 10, okay? I know that it works. And God has blessed me with the ability or the gift of being able to transfer this information from my mind to y'all's mind, okay? Very good. So now, this too shall pass. Now, the 4 pillars. Pillar number 1, develop and maintain a positive attitude. I told you how you do that. You do that by writing a program. You write a program by saying it out loud. From now on, I am going to be working on developing and maintaining a positive attitude. Pillar number 2, increase your level of patience. If you are 10 years old or older, I told you how you do that. You write the program and you make yourself wait. You make yourself wait, hopefully past the point where you don't want it anymore. That is the way you teach yourself patience. You teach patience to a toddler by making them wait. You tell that toddler, I'll give you that cookie in 5 minutes. Put yourself on the timer and do that several times at 5 minutes and stretch it to 10 minutes, all the way up. It is a total blessing to have a patient toddler. And if you're raising toddlers, I highly recommend this book, Mother's Dozen, an easy recipe for raising great kids. I had it translated into Spanish, Madre Docena. Okay? I don't speak Spanish. So this is Mother's Dozen, an easy recipe for raising great kids. It's 48 pages, and it's $7.99 at goodshortbooks.com. The link is in my profile. This book will guide you into raising kids that you can admire. It makes a wonderful gift for young parents or parents raising. I wrote it for turning a kid around up to 3 or 4 years old. One of my viewers, her username is Cat724. She bought it, read it, and said it's good for turning kids around up to the age of 7 or 8. Now, that's what she said. But now here, this book, Mother's Dozen, an easy recipe for raising great kids. will guide you into raising kids that you can admire. I don't know if I said it before, but I said it again, okay? The foreword was written by the late Reverend Cecil Murray, and I'm just going to read the first paragraph of his foreword. He says, Mother's Dozen is a handbook of excellence in raising children. It systematizes the rules passed from generation to generation regarding preparing children for the world to come. And I say it's Mother's Dozen, that's 12. An easy recipe signifies that there are ingredients. And here are the 12 ingredients that I say. And patience is the last one. That's why I talk about the book when I'm talking about patience, pillar number 2. This book will guide you into raising kids that you can admire. So now, that's pillar number 2. Pillar number 3, stay calm. Remember y'all's neurons. Think about what your neurons are doing when you get upset. And remember that they help you to think clearly. You want to be in a position of power and thinking clearly. You get angry, you are just piddling away. Okay? So pillar number 4, remember the 4 words that can immediately lower your stress, anxiety, panic, or whatever. And those 4 words are, this too shall pass. No situation in life is permanent. Nothing lasts. When you're getting chewed out, remember, they can't read your mind. This too shall pass. She ain't gonna be fussing at me forever. It'll carry you through probably, like I said, 90% of the ugliness that is within you, okay? Now, I want to thank y'all for joining my live. I really appreciate it, and I hope you got something out of it. Were you able to use the advice that I share while you were watching my live? Come on, y'all, give me some responses. Be quick with y'all's responses. Were you able to use some of the advice that I shared while you were watching my live? Give me some responses, y'all. YouTube says I got 97 people on here. Come on, give me some responses. Oh, thank you. Yes. Okay, good. Oh, I don't say have a good day. I say make a good day. You got to make them. You don't have them. They don't just come and sit in your lap. Oh, wonderful. Thank you, Supermom. Thank you, Julie. Oh, thank you, Aurora. Thanks, Melissa. Appreciate it. Now, if you got something out of my live, you can do a video or a post telling people what you got out of my live, the advice that I share, or how you plan to use it, or whatever. So help me to spread the word. I would love to be able to share this advice with a whole lot more people. Okay, that's wonderful. So just help me out and spread the word, y'all. Do a video or a post and tag me or mention me. You know, I'm 81, so I don't know all the intricacies, all these words that we use, tag or mention or whatever. So now I want y'all to implement the 4 pillars. And I'm getting ready to close my live now, y'all. And I always close it. Oh, thank you. With this book. Oh, wonderful. I got to get a screenshot of that. Okay. Yeah, good. Thank you. So this book, My Simple Quotes to Live By, it's 90 pages. It's $7.99 at goodshortbooks.com. The link is in my profile. It's 167 quotes that I coined. And I coined my first quote when I was 15, y'all. That quote states, never lose your hope and faith. You're very welcome. Never lose your hope and faith. I coined this, my first quote, thank you, in 1959 at the age of 15. The occasion was my middle school graduation from Detroit's Sherrard Junior High School. 9th graders were asked to document their message to their fellow classmates. That's what I said. I don't remember saying it, and I didn't know that I was coining a quote. Now I'm going to read y'all a quote that I coined. I do remember, and I did know that I was coining a quote because it was for a quote contest. This was in 2011 or 13 for a quote contest. So I coined the quote and submitted it to the contest. And it won as one of 12. It was for a calendar. So one of 12 out of over 5,000 entries, y'all. It really blew my mind, but the quote is really good. So I post this quote to social media to encourage people to chase their dreams. Here's the quote. It's better to die chasing a dream never caught than to die never having chased the dream. I'm going to repeat it. It's better to die chasing a dream never caught than to die never having chased the dream. Chase your dreams, people. Chase your dreams. Nobody can see your dream as clearly as you can, and you can't see anybody else's dream as clearly as they can. So don't allow anybody to poo-poo your dream, and don't you poo-poo anybody else's dream. Chase your dreams. Now, the way this book is formatted, it's 90 pages. This is what's on page 90, the end, okay? Now, page 6 through 89. Now, page 11 is the page where it's better to die chasing a dream never caught. That's what page 11 is, that where that quote is. So I'm going to open up the floor, pages 6 to 89. Y'all can throw out page numbers, and I will read the two quotes on that page. Give me some page numbers, y'all, so it'll give y'all a taste of what these quotes are all about. Give me some page numbers, y'all. Okay, Carol wants page 33. At the top of page 33, be a leader, not a follower. Always think for yourself. At the bottom of page 33, don't take life for granted. Tune in. Be aware. Okay. Can y'all live by those quotes? Give me some more page numbers, y'all. Okay. In the meantime, I want to thank y'all for joining my live and help me to spread the word, y'all. Give me some more page numbers so you can see what these quotes are all about. Page 22 for JJ. At the top of page 22, yesterday is gone, but we can take the reins of today, of right now. At the bottom of page 22, do you act as though you value things more than you value people? Okay. Page 16 for Aurora. At the top of page 16, what is a miracle? Proof that God exists. At the bottom of page 16, if you're not the perfect man, stop looking for the perfect woman. If you're not the perfect woman, stop looking for the perfect man. Can you live by those quotes? Okay, Mabel wants page 9. Okay. At the top of page 9, under the skin, we are all the same. So what's the fuss? At the bottom of page 9, if you're involved in a mess, look at yourself first. Can you live by those quotes? Okay, page 19 for Aurora. At the top of page 19, education should be free. It provides benefits to all of society. At the bottom of page 19, take time to tune in to your own breathing. Don't take it for granted. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Okay? So now, if y'all love those quotes, You can still subscribe to me on TikTok, JJ Fields 7, the letter J, and Fields, Fields, and the number 7. I have 125 subscriber-only videos. I'm not doing any more. It's 125 of them. And every Sunday, I would do 2 videos for my subscribers only, where I would choose a quote from My Simple Quotes to Live By, and I would beautify the quote. And this is what a beautified quote looks like. This one is, "It's better to die chasing a dream never caught than to die never having chased the dream." Hey, Dominican Republic. So this is beautified. And I just put beautiful graphics to all of the quotes. And then I expand on the quote. The book is a bare quote, but I love bare quotes. Don't get me wrong, because quotes say a lot in a few words. They're very impactful, very, very profound. So, but in my subscriber-only videos, I expand on the quote. I tell my subscribers why I coined the quote, what the quote means to me, and what it can mean to anybody. And then I do a second one, a video where my subscribers can do a screenshot of the beautified quote. So if you want to, if you love quotes, you can still subscribe, because I still have, they're gonna be there, 125 subscriber-only videos. So thank y'all for joining my live, and this is My Simple Quotes to Live By. Go to goodshortbooks.com. There are 11 fabulous nonfiction books there, y'all. They make fabulous gifts, anytime gifts. So they're flying off the shelves. People are coming onto my lives, and they're going to goodshortbooks.com. So thank you very much. And I will be back tomorrow. Thanks, moderators. You did a good job, as always. Thank you. Thanks for joining my live, y'all. And I appreciate all of the likes, the shares, and the subscribers very much. So come back tomorrow. Later, y'all.